Oh, my God. Garrett Wilson calling out Stephen A. Smith at ESPN. And he says, as I quote, damn, you got to be a real sellout and above all, a square to be on ESPN nowadays. Used to love that show. Whew. Told y'all this show is so necessary. We got to squash some of these beasts or get in the middle of them and say, calm down, big dog, but speak your mind. Speak your piece. So what did Stephen A. Smith say to make somebody want to come at him like that? Oh, now I get it.
Say this, and I'm damn near serious about this.
Damn near serious.
I'd eat something to provoke myself to have food poisoning where I'm like garbage before I'd play for the Jets. I'm telling you right now, whatever I could do to be alive and be okay in the end, but to ruin their thoughts of ever wanting me on their roster, I would do. And damn it, I'd go back to college before I played for the Jets. They are a football atrocity. They are awful. I mean, straight garbage. I am a black man that is consistently pushing for opportunities for black coaches throughout the years. I have done that. It's gotten a lot better than it was in the past. And I'm saying it hurts me to say this, okay? Ain't no way in hell Aaron Glenn should still be the head coach of the New York Jets.
Wow.
They were horrible and digressed. Damn near nosedive. We talk about Alabama waving the red flag. Was it red flag? White flag. White flag. Okay, white and red. Damn it.
All right, you coming to L.A. with that talk. Watch yourself. Red flag, only in certain places, homie.
Listen, in New York is the green and white. You understand? Fireman Ed and the whole crew. I mean, the people that have passed away root for the Jets. I mean, there are people that passed away root for the Jets. They are horrible, okay? And they are the place to go if you want to sink, if you want to dissipate, if you want to just rot away. They are horrible. I wouldn't listen, if I was a parent, my child wouldn't even go to the draft. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. You cannot.
You know I'm a body language expert, and I love the freeze frame it. Like, seriously, it's nothing mean-spirited about it, but I love film study. Like, I learned so much. I even do film study with my kids already in their little rec league and AAU sports. Why? Because you just don't get to see yourself enough. This world, everything is outward. This world will make you actually look at the world and care more about it than yourself. Starts there. Then also, you don't get to see how you moving. You don't know if you were really jogging or really running. You think you were until somebody shows you in perspective, this is you. You're like, oh, I was sitting there just eating my fingers. Yeah, that was you at the free throw line. You nervous? What you thinking about? Oh, that was me just sitting there with my legs crossed when the ball was right there. Yeah, that's you. You don't even think like that, right? So I'm doing that. And I'm looking right now. I like her. She ain't there for this. I can smell it. I can tell it. I ain't trying to sell it, but she ain't here for this. And look, you ain't gotta be. But at the same time, somebody need to keep that counterbalance. I respect it. But right now, she kind of looking like, we might be crossing some lines here. Let's hear.
And then Woody Johnson comes in there, right? First of all, he had no business being some ambassador to the UK. But as bad as that was, he should go back. He should go back. He's called Trump administration, go back to UK. We don't want to see him in New York. He's horrible. Woody Johnson's horrible, okay? You go up there and you fire Robert Saleh, all right? You alienate Aaron Rodgers, and we get that because, damn it, Nathaniel Hackett shouldn't even been on the damn roster as an offensive coordinator. We know that, okay? Got all of that, all right? Then you go out there and you hire this man. You have the kind of year that you had. You had the kind of month you had. Aaron Glenn had 41 interceptions in his career. 6 pick sixes. And he was the defensive coordinator in Detroit. And this man's defense didn't record 1 interception the entire year. The only team in the NFL history to have done that. That's on him. We saw the Detroit Pistons. Who was the offensive coordinator? Detroit Lions. Who was the offensive coordinator? It was Ben Johnson. So really, was it because of you and that defense, or was it because of Ben Johnson and what he was doing in concert with Dan Campbell? Okay, it was your ass. It was you. The bottom line is this. I don't wish him. I want the man to have a job. I want him to be employed, just not as a head coach for the New York Jets. The fact that you said with a straight face after this season, we going to keep this man as a coach. Shows me that Woody Johnson don't know what the hell he's doing. I'm not letting my child. If he was my brother, I wouldn't let him. If he was my nephew, I wouldn't let him. I don't give a damn what it is. If you got to poison his food, if you got to do something to prevent him from being a New York Jet, you do it. You do it.
Last year.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So now let's give it a little more context to what Garrett Wilson said, because now we heard what Stephen A. Smith said once again. Damn, you got to be a real sellout and above all a square to be on ESPN nowadays. Used to love that show based off of those comments from Stephen A. Smith. Now, obviously, that wasn't the most precise response from Garrett Wilson. I don't think that Stephen A. Smith stepped into the sellout conversation, which is stupid on its face, but still, even if you want to respect sellout as a conversation, he didn't do any of that. He didn't go and infringe on that. Okay, now a square, whatever that is, if Russell Wilson's a square, as you guys want to tell me constantly, well, then he didn't do that as well. But I do understand what he's talking about. So what is Garrett Wilson talking about? He's like, dog. See, it always starts here. You're tolerated, right? Athletes tolerate media because they don't really want media to ever come at them. So they tolerate it. Like, all right, we be good. Like, there's some people who are in love with it. Obviously, I'm talking the bell curve, the 80% in the middle. Most people are like, we'll deal with it because we know it's a necessary evil, or we know it helps promote us. We know it's positive, net positive. But if you ask me, I don't really want to be talking about what we think in this game. What was our play calling? How did it feel to get hit? Like, what? Play. You'll know. You'll know all these answers if you played, right? So that's where athletes are coming from. So when you're not an athlete, the first thing they're thinking is like, you know, are you down? You get it? You know, it's just like you. If you're in a group, you hang with nothing but basketball players, and after games, after school, I should say, you go to play games and you practice with your boys, and you always like to hoop. Y'all hoopsters. Everywhere you go, you want to hoop, right? Now here comes somebody who wants to hang with you, but he don't hoop. You're looking like, okay, what we gonna vibe off of then? What we gonna connect on? We got to find something, because this clique is the hoop clique, and you ain't with it. So you're looking at him almost like an outsider. You're like, Stephen A. And then when not only don't we find something to click with in this conversation, but you go way over there to make it almost cartoonish how this organization is ran, which some would say is valid. But then you're saying, oh, Aaron Glenn, he should lose his job, even though, you know, I want him to keep some kind of role of capacity, but not head coach. Then you want to say the owner don't know what he's doing. He shouldn't be in these positions of power. Or he shouldn't be making these decisions based on the results. Okay. If you're Garrett Wilson, you're sitting there like, we're not even the worst team. We ain't got number one pick. Oh, you can say we are, but whatever. And if we are, there are others like us. Go get them. Oh, you don't want to do that. Okay. So I can see where Garrett Wilson's like, one thing to call me out, but if you're going to call me out, call it out. Oh, you ain't talking about it. You talking about us. So if you're going to make it personal, oh, I can respond and be personal too. Let's clap. Let's clap. So, look, I'm all for it. I do not live in a world where I can talk about you, you can't talk about me. I don't live in that world. Some people do. Some people have those type of egos. Or they think they're protected by entity. They think they're protected by job. I'm a journalist, so I can go and dig into your life all I want. Well, I'm going to start digging too. Shovel, please. All right? You want to clap? Clap back. I like that. Because, look, like they say in rap, just leave it in the booth. Like, don't take it out to the streets. We ain't doing none of that. Ain't no fades. Ain't no what's up when I see you. Stop. Grow up. Get some emotional discipline. Stop being an auntie. But at the same time, if somebody says something like that, if I had pride in every place I've been. Columbia Lions had the worst, well, I keep pointing that way. Columbia Lions had the worst football program in the country when I was recruited. Chip Kelly recruited me. Yep. Then he left as soon as I got there. If I go to that school, and it's the worst. It had the 44-game losing streak. Real spit. Until Prairie View A&M beat it. Not a record you want to have, but they took the mantle from us. Okay. But then if I'm watching ESPN and they killing Columbia, oh, well, you better duck. Because I got pride even in mine, even if it ain't much. Because that takes me back to my childhood when I didn't have much. Don't clown Compton. Don't clown Slauson. Don't clown South Central. Don't clown the schools I go to. Don't clown what I got. This is all I got. You get it? So if you're Garrett Wilson, I like that level of pride. Like, this is all I got, homie. Look, it ain't winning a Super Bowl. Most people don't win a Super Bowl. So what you talking about? And if you really want to go there, we ain't winning a Super Bowl right now. Most players don't win a Super Bowl. And looking at you and looking at y'all didn't even qualify to be on the field to even lose a Super Bowl, let alone win one. So that's where we go back to the beginning. Like, I tolerate y'all until you step out of bounds. You know, you ever let somebody in and you're like, really ain't connected with you, but go ahead. And as soon as they do something, you're like, man, get your ass up. Should have known not to rock with you. Simple as that to me. So good clap back by Garrett Wilson. But, you know, Stephen A., I don't think he was wrong in his clap. I don't think he was wrong. Because, look, saying you don't think somebody should be the coach, that's fair game. Be real. I don't think he did a good job. So you could say he didn't do a good job, but yeah, let him be the coach. No. So stop lying to yourself. It's okay to say that. I think it was the dressing up of it, right? The sensationalism, the cartoonish way of saying, I would rather get sick. And I think that's entertainment as much. So I don't think Stephen A. Smith was, as he would say, egregiously in error. But at the same time, you got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. So beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think.
Let me put you on to something that's part of my daily routine now. VINIA, not a powder, not a pill.
It's the Daily Chews 2X formula. And yeah, they taste good too.
It's plant-based. No stimulants, no crash, no jitters, no banned substances, no junk. It's Informed Sports certified. Just something that actually delivers. Link in description, vinia.com/Marcellus. Discount code Marcellus10 for a 10% discount. Wow.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the purpose.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.